Oh, how we all doing? How we all doing? Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back to Premier League Dad. We're live again for another La Liga game tonight. We've got two big games tonight, and I was debating whether or not to do Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan. You know, there's a chance Liverpool could mathematically seal the title tonight, but let's be honest, that's not going to happen. That isn't going to happen. We know that isn't going to happen. We know that Palace have got their eyes on the FA Cup later this weekend. They're not bothered about the Premier League tonight. Palace are going to the Emirates and they are just going to take the foot off it. They're not bothered, right? And to be honest, Arsenal are probably the same. They've already got one eye on the first leg of the PSG game. That's in, is it 6 days? 6 days' time, effectively. They're playing PSG. They're done. They are done. They have no interest at all in this Premier League game, and I think it's probably going to be an encounter where we see basically a draw, and both managers kind of shake hands before the game and say, "Yeah, let's just kind of accept the draw. Let's take a knee, no injuries. We're happy with that, and we'll just ride the game out. We'll both get a point from this. It'll be a total non-event, I think, at the Emirates tonight, and that is why we are going to two massive games on the continent. So first up, we've got Celta Vigo against Villareal, which, you know, you might look at it and say, well, on the face of it, it's not that big of a game. It's a massive game. It is an absolutely massive game. And both of these teams still have a chance at European football. Villareal currently in the Champions League spot, in the 5th Champions League spot in La Liga. Celta Vigo are in 8th. They are 9 points behind Villareal, having played a game more, but they are just on the tails of Mallorca, who sit in a Europa League place. So currently it's Betis and Mallorca in those Europa League places. It's Celta Vigo in the Conference League place. And Villareal sat in the Champions League spot. Now, Celta Vigo, if they were to win tonight, it's at home, it's in Galicia. If they were to win that tonight, they might just have an outside chance of the Champions League. Again, it's a massive, massive game in La Liga. It really is. It's huge. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's a glorious day in the northern part of Spain there. And I'll be honest with you, Spain, that part of Spain is a very wet, to be honest. It's not what you would consider to be Spain weather, to be honest, in Celta Vigo. But it's a beautiful day there, and the fans, it looks like a great atmosphere. So it's Celta Vigo against Villareal. I'm really looking forward to it. The lineup for these two as well is really interesting. There's some really interesting names to get involved in. First off, you've got Nicolas Pepe, ex-Arsenal, up front for Villareal. You've got another striker that I mention a lot on this channel. If anyone's watched this channel before, if you've not watched this channel before, this is the home of football, right? It doesn't matter what team you support, whether you are a Coventry fan, a Plymouth fan. We've had games from everyone. We've done 6 championship games. We're doing a La Liga game. We're doing a Coppa Italia game tonight. Inter Milan against AC Milan. We do Premier League games, Europa League games, Champions League games, Conference League games, and everything in between. We do live watch-alongs every single day. If there's football on, chances are we're live. So you need to subscribe to this channel. If you love football, doesn't matter who you support, you need to subscribe to Premier League Dad. Go to YouTube and subscribe, Premier League Dad. If you're watching this on TikTok or Twitch or X or Facebook or Instagram, I don't know where you're watching this now. I'm live right now across all of them. We are 2 minutes away from kickoff. And I'll just talk you through these lineups now. But there's some big names in there. There's Pat Gay from Marseille, you may remember. Eric Bailly, you may remember, from Manchester United. Also, Willy Camboire, who also came from Manchester United. Is he on loan at Villareal? No, £10 million. £10 million Villareal bought Willy Camboire from Manchester United. So there's some very, very familiar names in that Villareal side. But I'll talk you through these names. I'll talk you through the teams in a second. Vicente Gaeta as well, ex-Crystal Palace, in goal for Celta Vigo. I'm just getting all excited, sorry. It's been a long day, but we're a minute or so away from kickoff. Corin, do Villa get Champions League? This is the home of football. Good to see some regulars in on TikTok. I'm just gonna get the live up on YouTube so we can keep track of everything. Right, so the lineups in goal for Celta Vigo: Vicente Guaita, who you might remember, or Guaita, you may remember from Crystal Palace, Carlos Dominguez, and Joel Largo at the back with Marcos Alonso. Again, another ex-Premier League. Marcos Alonso, ex-Premier League player, left Barcelona this summer and moved to Celta Vigo. He's had a decent start to his career at Celta Vigo. It's Oscar Mingueza on the right and Hugo Alvarez on the left-hand side, almost playing that left wing-back position. Fran Beltran and Damian Rodriguez in midfield with Fernando Lopez, Alfonso Gonzalez, and up front in the lone striker role for Celta Vigo is Borja Iglesias, who scored a hat-trick at the Nou Camp last week. So keep him in mind. He's going to be dangerous for Celta Vigo today. Villareal will have to keep an eye out for him. For Villareal, in goal, it's Junior Reis. Just signed this season for Villareal from Famalicão in the Portuguese league. At left back, it's Alfonso Pedraza, Eric Bailly, and Willy Camboala, those ex-Manchester United centre-backs in there for Villareal. And Kiko Femenia on the right. On the left, it's Denis Suarez, ex-Barcelona. Once had a season at Arsenal, didn't he, of course? And also ex-Celta Vigo, isn't he, Denis Suarez? Denis Suarez on the left. In midfield, Santi Comasana and Pap Gay. On the right, a very, very highly rated Yeremy Pino. Lots and lots expected of him in his career. Still only 22. He got a great game last week for Villareal against Real Sociedad. Got an assist in that one. Still very young. I think there's still a bit more developing for him to do before he kicks on. But a very, very good player. And as I said, up front, it's Nicolas Pepe, who hasn't really settled since leaving Arsenal. He had that spell in Nice, went back to France, played for Nice, then went to Trabzonspor in Turkey, and now he's ended up at Villareal. Hasn't had a great start to his career at Villareal. It's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. But alongside him, a player that I have mentioned a million times on this channel, a player that I absolutely adore, Tierno Barry. French centre-forward. He was on fire in the Belgian league. He moved to the Swiss league with Bâle, and now he's come to Villareal. He's currently got, 14 or 15 goals and assists in 30 games. So even at 22, and I think he's 6'5" or 6'6". He's a very big lad. Very big lad. Doesn't look kind of like a Peter Crouch up there. Very ungainly, but he's got a turn of pace and he can finish. So he's one to watch. I think he might be Premier League bound in the next few years. Still only 22, but he's doing really, really well. Right, let me just catch up on the chat. NW Transport, good to have you, mate. Good to have you in the chat. Callum, 20 times. Yes, 20 times. We might actually get it done tonight. We'll obviously keep everyone updated on the Arsenal score. That's not due to kick off for another couple of hours yet. But we shall see. Corin, husband is at work, so I'm bored up my skull. Is today the day Liverpool get 20 league titles? I don't think so. I think Palace probably get it done. Sorry, I think Arsenal probably get it done. At a push, they might get a draw. But neither team's going to be interested in that one. They're really not. Palace have got one eye on the FA Cup semi-final this weekend. They'll be resting players for that. I'd be amazed if they don't. And then the same could be said for Arsenal. It's 6 days until they play PSG in the first leg. Resting players. They won't be interested at all in a full-strength team going into this one. So, yeah, I can't see anything other than really a draw or maybe an Arsenal win at a push. But they're not going to be taking risks. Neither manager. Hotspur Army, hi, you okay? I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you? Corin, Hazard or Suarez? Always Suarez. Mo Salah, love Virgil van Dijk. Luis Suarez was a different animal. Hotspur Army, I fell off my dirt bike last night. Now my leg hurts. Oh, I'm not surprised, mate. You don't want to go flying around on a dirt bike and falling off. We're off here. Never mind off your dirt bike. We're off here. Game's off and running. Corinne, my sister's baby, is due this time next week, so very excited. Congratulations. Nice, you're being auntie. Tricky Trees, just asking, have you changed your mind about Forest? What? I've changed my mind about what? What have I changed my mind about? I don't know what you're talking about, because what I said a few months ago tended to get a little bit misinterpreted. It seemed to be that I thought Forest were dreadful, which isn't the case. What I said was, it seemed like, yeah, the wheels falling off, yeah. And it did seem like that, didn't it? Let's be honest, it did seem like that. And I said it would be a real disappointment if they didn't actually get Champions League football. And I don't necessarily think that a win at Spurs is all that impressive just yet. There's still a lot of work to do for Forest, let's say. There's still a lot of work to do about Forest. For Forest to secure Champions League football. Sister Fister, good to see you, mate. Really good to see you. Alfie, can we watch the AC Milan game tonight? Yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm doing that one straight after this one finishes. So this one will be finished about 7:15. 7:15, not 7:15. 7:15 at half time. Yeah, so about 7:45 this will finish. We'll end it straight away and we'll start a brand new one. Inter Milan against AC Milan, Coppa Italia, semi-final, second leg at the San Siro. Inter on for a treble. AC Milan on course for one of their worst seasons in a very, very long time. So that one's going to be very exciting. Okay. Borak Banyaluka. Stats didn't work. I've not got stuck into the stats just yet, and I need to sort that now, but I'm not entirely sure I want to do it while this game's going on. But yes, we will. Alfie, absolutely, we will be doing that game tonight. Does anyone know how you keep a browser stuck at the top? Bilbao's 1-0 up against Las Palmas. Nothing really doing here so far. It's a very, very slow start to this one. To be honest, I can imagine the players are a little bit exhausted. The weather looks beautiful there in Galicia. And Celta Vigo will probably be a bit wiped out after the Barcelona game. They were 3-1 up at one point to lose with the last kick of the game, 4-3. Hotspur Army, I think we've lost more than what we've won. It's just been a bad season for Spurs, hasn't it? Really bad season. Corinne, I still think Villa get Champions League. Forest are struggling and Chelsea have a hard run of fixtures. They do. Chelsea do have Forest, though, don't they? Last day of the season. So, yeah, I just think Forest, there's still a little bit of work for them to do. I think after last night, I can't see City not getting it. So I think you're down to the last two now. The last two positions. And is it Newcastle? Is it Villa? Is it Chelsea? Is it Forest? Two will get it, two will miss out. And you can't split them. You really can't split them. Because I think Chelsea will beat Everton this weekend. I think Newcastle will beat Ipswich this weekend. So, the pressure will switch and Villa will feel a little bit on the edge again. Celta, shot, good save, down low there by the keeper, cleared away by Villareal. Callum looks like Harvey Elliott off to Bournemouth. Yeah, I think so as well, mate. I think so as well. A little bit sad for him, because I'm sure he does want to stay, but probably the best thing for his career, isn't it? Oh, unlucky. Marcos Alonso very nearly there for Celta Vigo. Corin, I think Newcastle get 4th, Villa get 5th, Forest get 6th, and Chelsea get 7th. I think Chelsea are really going to be hard done to if they miss out. They've not been great all season, but you can't rule them out. Corin, have you heard Brighton have nearly agreed a deal to sign Gustavo Hamer? I can't imagine Brighton will do that. That doesn't seem like a Brighton signing, Gustavo Hamer. And again, I think if Gustavo Hamer's clever, he probably waits to the end of the season, doesn't he, to see whether or not Sheffield United go up. Scousel, afternoon, mate. Good to see you. Oh, very nearly for Villareal. It was it's gone behind for a goal kick to Celta Vigo. It's Kyle McCann, let me know if Bailly makes one foul, mate. Will do, Kyle. I will do. But it's been a really, really good start to the season for Villareal to be in 5th. Obviously, Marcelino, the coach, has kind of got a burgeoning reputation there in Spain. He's always done quite decent work when he's been at Bilbao in the past, and I know he's moved around. He's been at Villareal before, obviously, hasn't he? But he's always had a solid reputation. He didn't work out too well when he went to Marseille, but in Spain he's always been sort of considered quite a solid manager. Maybe Brentford, but I don't see why they do that with the front four they have. Yeah, I was going to say even Brentford. Gustavo Hamer doesn't get in over Damsgaard. Scousel thinking what bet to do tonight. Needed Marmouche last night for 50 quid. Like, let me down though. Yeah, I mean, tonight I'd stay away from pretty much all of them. Oh no, Tierno Barry's down. This is grim. This is absolutely grim. I have got some good news, by the way. For those who are interested at all in the channel, I know there's been quite a few of you who've been with me for some time and a little bit invested in the channel because we only started it in January. We've actually secured our first sponsor. So we'll have our first sponsor in the next week or so, live on the channel, which is massive. Done BTTS and over 2.5 in the Milan derby. I think that's wise. That's probably wise. Anthony, you're back. I'm always here. You know me. I'm always here. If there's footy on, Premier League Dad's on. Chances are we're on. Corin, I think I'm a late regular. I'm not even sure when you started watching us, Corin, but you've been around pretty much since the start, haven't you? Part of the furniture now, anyway. Corin, you have a subscriber on TikTok, so at the end of the month, you'll get 30 quid. Really? Oh, lovely. Lovely. I hadn't even spotted that, but that's very, very nice. I'm thinking of doing, because to be honest, these streams, they're a little bit niche, aren't they? But there's some people who absolutely love football. I think if you're like an ultra football enthusiast and you like the European stuff, if you're an absolute nerd like I am, then I think maybe something like a Patreon or something where we do a stream every day that's something like this, and then we do a stream every day which is maybe your more mainstreams, your Premier Leagues, your Champions Leagues, your Europa Leagues, your Championships. But crikey, we're doing 2, 3, 4 streams a day now for the last couple of weeks. We've certainly got enough to spread around. But as I say, we've got a we've got a sponsor for the channel, which I was approached with this morning, which was quite nice. And yeah, that'll be live in the next few days, next week or so. So it'd be nice to support the channel. I mean, it's a good one. I think it's a good fit, to be honest. It's not just promoting absolute nonsense. I genuinely think it's a decent fit for the people we've got on the channel. So I'm not just sending, you know, Premier League Dad, sponsored by What's It? It's nothing like that. Anthony, you watching the Arsenal game? I'm not, mate. No, I'm not. I'm doing, after this game, Celta Vigo, Villareal, I am doing the Inter Milan against AC Milan, Coppa Italia semi-final, second leg at the San Siro. That's the one we're going to be watching, because Arsenal and Palace, as I said, it's going to be an absolute dud. It's a dud. You've got Arsenal looking... Arsenal are 6 days away from playing PSG. They'll rest the team. They're not bothered. They will rest a load for that game against Palace. And even if they don't, it'll be super, super casual. They're not bothered. The Premier League title's done. They're playing for nothing. It'll just be about getting minutes in certain players' legs, and they'll take them off when they need to. The result doesn't matter to Arsenal. And the same could be said for Palace. They've got an FA Cup semi-final in 3 days. It's the biggest game in Palace's recent history. Do you think for 1 second they are bothered about maybe getting up to 10th in the league by beating Arsenal? They won't give a monkeys. It'll be a different lineup for them as well. So I honestly don't think at all that it'll be worth watching. That's why I thought, do you know what, we're probably better off doing. Plus, not to mention, everyone will be streaming Arsenal Palace. Not that that's the reason for it, but, you know, there's some channels that will just watch Arsenal and Palace because that's the Premier League game tonight. We're going to go a slightly different direction. We're about a bit more after entertainment. We're trying to pick games that we think are going to produce goals, that there's actually stuff riding on. Let's watch the games that matter. Arsenal and Palace with the best will in the world. I mean, I bet there's loads of tickets going for that tonight. I bet there's absolutely loads of tickets going for it. Corinne, who is the sponsor? I'll tell you the sponsor in due course. There's still some bits to work out with them, just in terms of what they actually want me to do. It might just be, you know, a QR code on the screen sort of thing. So I'm just ironing some little bits and bobs out with them, but it's all pretty much good. It's good to see, and they're quite a cool little business. I like them. Premier League Dad sponsored by the local chippy. Now I want chips. Yeah. I had chips last week, didn't I, for Good Friday? That feels like that's justifiable when you're on a diet, you're trying to shift a bit of weight. I can get away with you know, chippy tea on Good Friday, but otherwise, absolutely not. You can't do it when you're trying to shift the weight. Corinne, you do have a good community here. I'm really, really proud of the community we have here. And it's a proper mixed bag, innit? Proper mixed bag, loads of different clubs. Like, you don't get that on other fan channels. And that's not me just saying, yeah. There really isn't. Like, every other fan channel you go to, it's either all Arsenal fans, all Liverpool fans, all City fans, all Chelsea fans. You know, and then you get the interlopers, the rival fans who come in just to wind people up. Completely different here. We wind each other up. We still have all that. It's a little bit more, you know, nicety to it, I think. Bryn, hey up lad, good to see you, Bryn. Good to see you. You've been putting in the hours as well, haven't you? I was on your live a little bit earlier. Good man. Like your stuff, mate. Go and give Bryn a follow if you haven't. He's alright for the blue. Callum, every Liverpool fan will be watching the Arsenal game. Not me. Not me, mate. Every Liverpool fan may well be watching it, but certainly one will not. I have no interest at all in watching them Gunners, because they're not bothered. They're not bothered. Arsenal aren't bothered. Palace aren't bothered. Why should I be bothered? The only thing that can happen tonight is that Arsenal maybe get a draw, and it means that Liverpool can mathematically seal it by the time we play Spurs. The title won't be sealed tonight. If it is, and I'm wrong, fine. I've got it completely wrong. But there's nothing to be gained from a Liverpool fan's perspective by watching that tonight. It's going to be dreadful. Alonso with the ball in, cleared away by Celta Vigo. It's again not been a great start to this one, to be honest. 42, you love footy, don't you? Didn't expect this watch along. Mate, you've got to educate. This is an education. This is what I see it as. It's an education. It's not just about watching footy. We all like watching footy. I love watching footy. This is an education. And you're watching these games and they say, "Oh, what do you think of Borja Iglesias at Celta Vigo?" Yeah, not a bad player. Getting on a bit. Scored a hat-trick at the Nou Camp though. Decent holding, centre forward, hold up striker. Might do a job for one of the promoted teams in the Premier League. If you ever meet a girl who's impressed by that sort of stuff, probably, it's good for you. Corin, we have a laugh, we don't get people angry. Oh, I don't know. We've had the occasional one or two, haven't we? 42, I'm guessing you're watching the semi-final then. Yeah, I'll be watching Inter Milan against AC. 42, you're not watching Bilbao again. Early analysis before United smack them silly. Behave yourself. Offside to Villareal. Gunners, 1994. Good to see you in here, mate. See you saying you don't fancy Liverpool to win the league next year. Who do you reckon will win it? I think it's very much dependent on the summer. You can't really make any predictions yet for next season because it's going to depend on the summer. It's entirely possible Liverpool do win it, of course. I'm just saying as a Liverpool fan, I don't think we will because I genuinely believe that we're going to lose 10 to 12 players in the summer. And I think Arne Slot is exactly the sort of ruthless manager who will make that decision to drastically change the squad and pursue a team more in his image and try to reshape that. The team that we've got right now is very, very good, but I believe that it is limping over the line. I believe, as good as it has been, I still believe it's not the most pleasant to watch. It's not the style of football that Arne Slot wants. You can see he's still a little bit frustrated with how we're approaching games. Oh, that's really good play by Villareal down the right-hand side. It's Nicolas Pepe, of all people. Ball into the box. Barry with the header. It's gone to the keeper. I honestly, I think it's so massive this summer, and it's impossible. It's impossible to predict. It's absolutely impossible to predict. Like Liverpool, let's say Liverpool go out and buy Isak in the summer, which again I don't think will happen, but let's say it did. Then, yeah, it's entirely possible we go and win the league. But it would be a little bit ridiculous of us to say, well, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of 10 to 12 of our players. Every signing that we bring in is going to be bang on it, and they're all going to gel immediately. That's what it would take for us to win the league. And there is a little bit of a rebuild that needs to happen. For Arsenal, I don't necessarily think a rebuild needs to happen, but there is a chance that Arsenal stay as they are. Maybe you just sign one or two, and you might regress. I think that's equally possible. Newcastle have pushed on. City, you will expect to push on. We've had an outside. Listen, in a season like this where we've had an outsider like Nottingham Forest go from whatever they were last season, 17th, 16th, to borderline 3rd, 4th, wherever they are. If they can make that sort of a leap forward, then it's entirely possible that Arsenal, Liverpool can drop down. And it's entirely possible that City can drop even further down. So I think next season's building up to be one of the most exciting we've had in many, many years. Bryn, somebody's massive this year for so many clubs. Absolutely it is. And it's the same with Everton as well, isn't it? Everton need to do so much work with the lads sort of, going out on frees and all that sort of thing. Corin, I cancelled my TNT subscription because I just come on here, not cancelling Sky. This is it. Come watching with me, I'll let you know what's happening. Tom, Hyson going Chelsea. I hope not. I'd love it if we got Hyson from Bournemouth. Cracking player. But the thing is with Hyson, the only problem is he's obviously made it known that his hero is Van Dijk, so he'd like to play with Van Dijk. But he's also made it known that he'd like to go to Real Madrid eventually. and that's my concern, is that we're kind of get him in, but it'll just be setting ourselves up for another Trent Alexander-Arnold situation in another 12, 18 months or a couple of years or whatever. Zach, why are Alaves heavy favourites to beat Real Sociedad? I thought that as well, yeah. I think it's just because of the situation that the league finds itself in. Alaves right down there desperately need points. They start the season... Sorry, they start the night in 18th. 1 point behind Las Palmas. And Sociedad's form recently has been a little bit sketchy. They got beat, obviously, in the Copa del Rey against Madrid. They beat Las Palmas, but then they lost to Mallorca and drew against Villareal. It's gone behind. That's going to be a corner to Villareal. No, offside. It was Jeremy Pino who whipped it in. Arsenal just need a left-wing striker and replace Odegaard. No, not at all, mate. They need centre mid as well. You've got to remember Thomas Partey's going. You've got to remember they're getting shut of... Jorginho. And do you know what's mad as well? Like, Mikel Merino, as good as he's done for Arsenal this season, up front, whenever he's played in central midfield, if you go on any of the Arsenal fan channels, they've all really made it... He's awful, that Merino. He's awful. He's anonymous in that midfield. They say it every single time he's played in that midfield. He's not had good games. He's been a bit of an impact sub, and generally it's been coming off the bench and scoring off set pieces and making a difference, kind of in a... almost in a bit of a number 10 role, pushing forward when Arsenal need him, or playing as a centre forward. So I don't think Mikel Merino just breezes into that Arsenal central midfield. I don't think they easily replace Thomas Partey. That's a big job. If they do go and get Zubamendi from Sociedad... Oh, Celta are in here. Iglesias, chance, must be 1-0. Oh, what a block. Who was that? Was that Bailly? Was that Eric Bailly? No, it was Gay. It was Gay. Pap Gay in midfield, dropping into centre half. Celta Vigo, it was onside there, Boyer Iglesias. He knocks it off to the right. Oh, it's a fabulous block, that. Absolutely fabulous block. Kyle, I thought it was Eric Bailly, but it wasn't. It was Pap Sarr. Gunners, Isak, you have to pay 150 million. Yeah, well, maybe. If Newcastle don't get the Champions League, then I think that price comes down a touch, doesn't it? I'm not saying we will get him, by the way, but I'm just saying if Liverpool were to go and get him, or Arsenal were to go and get him, then they would immediately, by default, become Premier League favourites, wouldn't they, for the title? 42, insane pressure for him to perform. Nicola, yo, good to see you, Nicola. Zach Clips, will Palace get a goal tonight? I don't think so. No. Thank you for the reminder about the clock. The league's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City next season. It's clear them three are the best. I know, but we thought last season that... going into this season, we thought, do you know what? City will probably win it. Or if not, then Arsenal will probably win it. You'd have been very surprised if someone told you that one of those three won't win it. One of those two won't win it. That would have been astonishing to a lot of people. And you saw that in the predictions from the pundits at the start of the season. After Klopp left, the vast majority of pundits, I think all but two, had Liverpool finishing in the top four. Oh, sorry, the opposite. There was only two out of about 35, 40 pundits had Liverpool finishing fourth. A lot of the others thought, oh yeah, they might struggle, they might finish just outside after Klopp. So... Bryn, where did you get your chair, mate? I got it, and this is gospel, this is God's honest truth. I went to IKEA looking for a chair, because they've got loads of them. I went to IKEA looking for a chair, and I found a few that I liked, tried them out, thought, oh yeah, they're alright. But they were all like 250 quid, 300 quid for the proper nice ones. And since quitting my job to do Premier League Dad, I'm on the bones, right? So I'm really struggling for 300 quid for a chair. I can't really justify it with a wife and kid. So it was a bit like, I need a chair, but I ain't paying that. So I found a chair that was like 90 quid, 100 quid, and it was all right. And I went down and I was picking it up out of the self-serve section or whatever. And I saw that I'd completely forgot, I've not been IKEA for absolutely ages. I saw that they had that kind of pre-loved section, you know, where like people have returned stuff or whatever, or it's got like a little chip on it and they can't put it in the store. So I thought, I'll go have a look and see if they've got chairs. I went in, I saw this woman, was like, excuse me, love, have you got any chairs, any office chairs? She was like, oh yeah, here, we've got a couple over there, they're still in the packaging, go and have a look. And she said, here, I found this one, which was, funnily enough, one of the ones I was looking at. It was, I think it should have been about 200 quid, thereabouts, and I ended up getting it for, I think, 110, 120, which is about what I was going to pay anyway. So I got about 80, 90 quid off this chair, and the only reason it got returned was some woman ordered this in black, and they'd sent it in white. So she was like, I don't want it, sent it back, they can't relist it because it had been out of the packaging. And your boy here got it. So a little 80 quid cheeky gamble on that. Zach, I put both teams to score on the Arsenal game. I don't think so. I think that's a 0-0. I fancy a 0-0 in that one. Maybe 1-0 to Arsenal. It's going to be so laboured and lethargic. There's not going to be any energy in that game at all, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I just can't see much going on in that one. There was a claim for a penalty there from Celta Vigo. It was one of them where they get to the byline, they pull it back, and there's a Villareal player sliding in, trying to just kind of block the cross, and it ends up hitting him. It's not really in his arm. I don't think you can give that as a penalty. And the ref's ruled it out now anyway, so it's all fine. Lou put Pino on card here at 9-2, me. 4.5 to 1's not bad for that. He's another one who's got a bit of a fiery temper at the best of times, hasn't he? Bryn, charity shop deal, mate. It was good, yeah. Good deal. I'm not that frugal, to be honest. Would you believe? Yeah. I'm certainly not thrifty. But I did find a bargain there and I thought that was alright. Anthony, where's your other chair? Binned it. I don't even think I have binned it, actually. It might be in the other room. I think it is. It's in the other room with a suitcase on it. Because I got the suitcase down for me. My mum and dad are going on holiday in a couple of weeks for their anniversary. So they're pinching my suitcase. Gunners 94, Arsenal 3-0 or 3-1 tonight. I just don't think they care enough about it to be 3-0, 3-1. Like, the only reason it would be 3-0 or 3-1 is if Mikel Arteta puts an entirely, like, literally says, right, this is the team I'm putting out for PSG, and I'm going to pick 11 entirely different players, and say to those 11, lads, listen, if you want to get into this lineup, you've got to play out your skins tonight. And he might put in players like Wanyeri, Zinchenko. I would expect to see all them. Maybe, what was the lad who played against Ipswich? I forget his name. It was Butler. Something Butler, was it? I forget his surname now. Corin, that means it'll be a 9-goal thriller. Yeah, it probably will, won't it, actually, knowing my luck. Every time I say there's no goals in that one. 9-4 on aggregate. Bryn, I'm tight. No wrong with that. Anthony, didn't you have a black chair before the white chair? It was a grey one. It was a grey one. And even that was inherited, to be honest. I got an office space, bit of office space, and when I went in, whoever had previously had that office had left that chair there. I was like, oh, I was going to buy a chair, but this is alright, actually. So that was a proper hand-me-down job, but it was a bit naff, and it wasn't particularly comfortable. So I've invested in this one. Looks a bit nicer. Oh, here we go. That might be in. No, just drifted wide rather. Bryn aren't all Scousers. Now. Come on. Do you know what? I'm getting plenty of abuse for the sake of not being a Scouser. There's some Liverpool fans who... Because I did a video earlier today where I talked about I don't think Liverpool are necessarily going to win the league next year. Christ, I've had Liverpool fans popping up in the comments saying, "Puh, wool, absolute wool. I bet you've never been a game. Not even a Scouser. Not even a Scouser, lad. Your opinion doesn't matter." Lad, have a day off. Absolute Tory opinion that as well, by the way. As if you can only have an opinion if you're born within 30 yards of the Liga building. Callum Arteta is a former Everton player. He ain't gonna go weak. Gunners 94. I see a stronger side than you think. I just can't see it being a strong side, and maybe I'm wrong. And if he does put out a strong side, and there's an injury or a knock, and someone's out of that first leg, oh, you watch them Arsenal fans turn on him. Why have you risked him? Why have you risked him in that game? Pointless game. Corin, £100 million move, white shirt to Premier League dad on deadline day. The white chair's on the move. But who to, Chris Kamara? Ian Young Cop, are we winning the league tonight or tomorrow? We can't win it tomorrow. Can we? Can we win it tomorrow? Don't think we can. No, I think we'll win it this weekend against Spurs. We ain't winning it tonight. For us to win it tonight, Arsenal need to lose, don't need to Palace. That ain't happening. Anthony, I'm from Birkenhead and I support Liverpool. Good lad. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, listen, it doesn't matter to me where people are from. If you support Liverpool, you support Liverpool. Fine. And to be fair, they were saying, support your local team. I don't know how more local I can be. St Helens is basically Liverpool's doorstep. I think there's probably maybe 3 or 4 teams within arm's reach of St Helens where I was born. Well, I was born in Wiston. But, yeah, arm's reach. I could have probably supported 3 or 4 sides, but my dad was a Liverpool fan. Went to every single Liverpool game from 1972 onwards, up until they had my big brother in the mid-80s. Corin, that guy gave you an eye roll for not being a Scouser. Ian, we wouldn't be one of the biggest teams in the world if we only had fans from Liverpool. That's true, yeah. This is it. And that's why I'd say it's like a Tory opinion. It's a bit elitist, isn't it? You shouldn't have an opinion because you're not a Scouser. So what? I'm from Liverpool and I support Everton. There you go. We can't all be blessed. Right, so Celta Vigo driving forward. Again, I've got a habit of picking these where 34 minutes in and we're still 0-0. 42, nice Scouse accent, lad. That's it, yeah, that's what they kept saying. Nice Scouse accent, lad. I'm not trying to do a Scouse accent. This is what Wolves sound like. This is about as St Helens as it gets. But then weirdly, I get people saying Peter Kay and Jason Manford. Make your mind up. Liverpool legends, tonight we win the league. Come on, Palace. Liverpool legends, listen, prepare yourself for it. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Palace are not winning against Arsenal. They have nothing to fight for. Ian Young Cop, white chair in the Babel Copter. Do you remember that? Babel Copter. I liked Ryan Babel. I always remember that goal he scored against Leon. Cracking player. Just sadly another one of them who thought that the move to Liverpool was the making of his career, and that was about as good as it was ever going to be. Good play by Villareal at the back. A lot of it's Celta Vigo pushing forward here. That's great play by Nicolas Pepe, actually. And that's a foul by Nicolas Pepe. My dad, who's also from Liverpool, supports Tottenham. Don't know why he chose to suffer himself. Everton and Tottenham. Was he a fan of Gary Lineker by any chance? That's the only real connection I can think with those two. Liverpool legends, we said that last time, and Chelsea beat City. That's true, but that was Chelsea. Oh, it's a red card. It's Eric Bailly. Oh, Kyle in the chat on YouTube was saying to me, let me know if Eric Bailly commits a foul. Well, he has. He's made a foul, all right, and he's off. It's a red card for Eric Bailly. It was Beltran, I think. Is it Beltran? Who is it who he brings down? It's a straight red. It's a straight red for Eric Bailly. Some things just don't change. Oh, it's last man. That's why. Marcos Alonso slotted it forward. It was a little spin. It was a lovely little spin, actually. And it wasn't Beltran, actually. It was... let me look at the actual Celta Vigo lineup here. I don't know what, because it's a different name on the back of him. Was it Duran? Might have been Pablo Duran. I'm trying to see who the number is. No, it was Alfonso Gonzalez. I think he's got Alfon on the back of his shirt, so it's Alfonso Gonzalez. Ian Youngcop, his goal against Derby was top draw. Yes, yeah, very, very good. Corin, not a clue. Callum, Lonsdale Warrior, Keon. Lonsdale Warrior? Have I got any Lonsdale on in that video, in any videos? I don't think I have I? Oh, there might be a VAR check here. Is there a VAR check? No. No, he's give it. Red. Liverpool legends, say what you was about to say about what I said. We said that last time Chelsea beat City. Yeah, Chelsea beat City at Stamford Bridge. Palace ain't beating Arsenal at the Emirates, mate. It just ain't happening. It ain't happening. And I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see when the teams come out. The teams will be out very, very shortly. And I would wager, again, you know, I might be wrong, but I just think, honestly, we'll see. Are the teams out? No, teams aren't out. I think we'll see a drastically altered Palace team. I think you'll see the likes of maybe... Well, Richards can't play, but maybe Chilwell coming in. Players like that who are just kind of on the fringes. Will Hughes. Corin, what do you think the biggest VAR controversy is? I'm saying Luis Diaz ghost goal versus Spurs. Well, yeah, because that's the one time where they actually said, didn't they? It was, yeah, it's a goal. They knew on the pitch, yeah, it's a goal. Goal, that. Are we giving it? Nah, don't need to give it. Liverpool, don't need to give it. But it's definitely a goal. Yeah, it's a goal. It's a goal. He was onside. Perfectly good goal. Don't give it, though. Scousers. Liverpool legends, 60-40 Arsenal win, so still a chance. 60-40 Arsenal win based on what? Is that just your assessment, or is that like an Opta stat? Or... And even if it's a draw, mate, a draw doesn't mean we win it tonight. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be a Palace win, so a draw I could see maybe happening. But it's not, the Palace aren't winning. Palace aren't winning at the Emirates. Not when they've got a lot riding on this weekend. They're not going to go gung-ho. Wolves are the most targeted team in the league. Well, allegedly. They'd have you believe in that, certainly. Liverpool legends, we will take a draw, though. Yeah, I mean, we'll take a draw, but a draw doesn't really matter. Because again, even if they win, we can beat Spurs, can't we, at the weekend, and we'll be fine. I'm sure we still win it against Spurs if they win tonight, don't we? Let me double check. So the maximum Arsenal can get is 81 points. Is that right? Yeah. So the maximum Arsenal can get is 81 points. We're on 79. So if we beat Spurs doesn't matter what happens tonight. Beat Spurs on Saturday, Sunday we've won the league. That's it. Doesn't matter what happens tonight. FM No Casuals, bloody hell, man. Liverpool had league settled in Jan. Yeah, you're right. You're right, buddy. As per... This is the Premier League, Dad. Curse this. Pick a game. It's got all the hallmarks of a great game. Two teams, bang on it. Both on the edge of European places. It's a red card to Villareal. And Celta Vigo. There's not been a chance in the game. We've not had anything. Corin, Liverpool have got the job done either way. Might not join you for the Spurs-Liverpool game. Listen, join us for the Spurs-Liverpool game, because we'll be live for the Spurs-Bordeaux-Glimt games. We'll be live for both of them. Right, Villareal on the counter-attack here. Boring games recently, eh? Absolutely. Yeah, it's not good. Right, I'm going to wait till half-time, Sister Fister. I'm going to wait till half-time, and then I'm going to try what we were talking about with the stats. I'll try and get some stats up for this game. I'll see if I can somehow get them on the live. Sister, I'm sure you can do it, mate. Worst case, it won't work and we'll all understand, but you could let me know whenever you have some time. We can sort it out properly. But it's just because it has to be a game where it's live, doesn't it? Has to be a game where it's live. Clock stopped. We're only 12 seconds behind. There you go. We're all right. I need to find a way to pin that browser open. Celta Vigo putting all the pressure on here. As soon as it gets to half time, we'll get the stats. Flash score was literally an idea that came to mind. If I look properly, I'll definitely find a better one. Cheers, man. Well, if you do, you do. I won't hold you to it, but thank you. Ball over to the right-hand side. Celta Vigo applying all the pressure now. It's looped high up into the area. Oh, it's a tap-in. It's 1-0 Celta Vigo. It's 1-0 Celta Vigo. It's Mingueza on the right-hand side. Unbelievable. I think it's actually Lopez who taps it in. It's 1-0. There you go. How's that for half-time? Right on half-time. Celta Vigo 1, Villareal 0. Huge goal that in the European race. Yeah, this is just, by the way, if you're watching this, it's a bit of a practice live. I'm trying to get some stats up on the screen and all that sort of thing, trying to make it look a little bit prettier for the future. See, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Let me see if it's actually showing up. Yeah, it is. It's showing up. There you go. That just keeps showing up. Corin's still gutted about Nunes. Last minute winner. Settled the Champions League race a bit. I certainly think it's settled it as far as City are concerned, yeah. Callum, lineups out. Palace start Gay, Eze, so weak. Alright, hang on a minute before you start. Lineups. Here we go. Right, so, here we go. Palace, they've got Devaney, weak. Kamada, weak. And Nketiah, weak. The rest of it's basically full strength for Palace. For Arsenal, Sterling's playing. Yeah, it's basically full strength, isn't it? Shit. It's full strength. Shot from Celta Vigo, straight at the keeper. Assist Vista, move it low so you don't block the score, and we're good. No, because when I do, look, when I open it, it's, for some reason, it's showing... See what I mean? It's got that privacy thing on it as well. Right, that needs to go. There you go. Sorry, I'm experimenting and trying some new things. Press I accept. You can't click accept. You can't click accept. Because it's not on the browser. It's on the Streamlabs thing. So there's no cursor to actually click accept. Palace have a chance. Palace do not have a chance. I'm telling you. Palace do not have a chance. Arsenal will beat them comfortably. Another shot on target for Celta Vigo. Vorlago with the shot. Denis Suarez has got a free kick here for Villareal. Just outside the area. They're going to need to do something here, Villareal. They have to do something before half time. Yeah, you can't click accept. What about FOTMob? I think it's the same. Great ball in. Oh, Villareal very nearly there from the free kick. Celta Vigo on the counter attack now. Mingueza. Femini's got him there. Yeah, good play. Just imagine though we win the title because Arsenal lose to Palace. I'll have a look and message you. Cheers, man. Thank you. FM No Casuals, how are Juventus so bad yet they're top 4? Shows how bad Serie A is now. Are they getting beat by Parma? Are they actually getting beat? Don't say that. They are as well, aren't they? They are absolutely cack. To be honest, everything's going wrong tonight. I had Rapid Vienna, they're getting beat by Linz. I had Salzburg, they're getting beat by Wolfsberger. I had Villareal, they're getting beat by Las Palmas. And yeah, I had Juventus against Parma. Corinne, I don't think there are any I accept things on FOTMob. I'll have a little look. I'm just trying to get stats up on the screen so it looks a bit nicer, a bit more professional. Callum Owen, you had 2 weak lineups. I know. I get it. Arsenal and Palace have both gone dead strong. It's still going to be a rubbish game. And I said this one was going to be dead good. I mean, admittedly, we've seen a goal and a red card in the first half, so it can't be that bad. Maybe put the lineups on. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the browser source right. Right, let's try that then. Right, it's half time. Right, now we can have a little play about with the with the lineups and the technical side of all this. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Arsenal Palace game, on this game, on the European race in La Liga. Still getting to grips with this, so you'll have to bear with me for 1 second. Should we try FOTMob? Let's try FOTMob. Dynamo Zagreb, yeah, as well, and Red Star. It's just been end of the season. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless putting these games on. So yeah, staying away from gambling. Full stop. Yeah, this is absolutely shocking. Right, let's try that then. See, it's exactly the same. Yeah, FOTMob's exactly the same. You can't do it. You can't do it on Streamlabs. Right, okay, forget it. We're not doing that while we're live because that's a waste of time. We'll go back. Dynamo lost the title now. They actually lost it. Well, Hashtag Split got beat as well by Istra. That was another one. Sister Vista, what if you get the stats screen up and add that URL to Streamlabs? That's what I did. Yeah, that is what I did. So I clicked, as you said, click browser source, added the link from Flash Scores on the stats page, that very specific page, added that to the URL. When you add that in and it shows up on the screen, it's got accept cookies on the actual link. You can't click it. There's no cursor. You can't click accept. So it's just stuck with the cookies thing in front of it. There's got to be some workaround. Rayaka are going to bag it now. Jaden, good to have you back. Thank you. Good to have you back in. I'll have a look in a little and drop you a message if I find something that works. Cheers, mate. You don't have to, but I really do appreciate it. I'll try and figure it out. I'm sure we'll get there in the end. It's just a bit of a mad night. This is the only reason I'm doing this early game. I just thought we can try some things out. We can try and see what works and experiment a little bit. If you're new to Premier League, Dad, it's not usually this disorganised. Corin keeps dumb. I do hope we beat Chelsea. Spurs? Oh, Everton. Sorry. I'm thinking to myself. Yeah, Everton. I don't think you're going to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I think that's almost certainly a Chelsea win, sadly. Right. Okay, so Eric Bailly's been sent off. Villareal are well out of it now. So where does that leave us with Villareal? Where does that actually leave us? In the table, let's look at the La Liga table. Bilbao are beating Las Palmas comfortably. As it stands, Celta Vigo will stay in 7th. But Villareal now, actually Real Betis are bang on their tail. If Betis were to beat Espanyol, I think that's her next fixture, isn't it? Oh no, Valladolid. They play Valladolid tomorrow. And then they play Espanyol away. Betis are going to get the Champions League, don't they? They're going to get the Champions League, I'm telling you. You keep thinking I'm Spurs. I know, but wasn't your channel? Your channel used to... I don't know if it was your husband who came in, but I'm sure he was a... Is he a Spurs fan, your fella? Because your username's something different, and I remember it, and I thought to myself, that's not... Corin's different, that's not the same person. But I'm sure they were a Spurs fan. I might be misremembering all this, but I'm almost certain your username came in previously as a Spurs fan and then reappeared as Corin the Everton fan. Are you moonlighting? Yeah, we flick a few times. He's a Spurs fan. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he was sound as well. Sound dude. Very, very sound guy. Okay. So, I think he's done with TikTok now. Like, that's all well and good. That's all good. Betis is going to be mega now. Imagine Betis back in the Champions League. They've not been in the Champions League for donkey's years, have they? I like Betis. Really like. Do you know what? I think Betis might well be. Betis and Villareal are probably my two Spanish teams. And Malaga. But Betis and Villareal, love them to bits. Mainly because Seville's like my favourite place in the world I've ever been to. Right. Bilbao, with that win, they'll go 8 points clear of Villareal. And you would imagine with 5 games left, that's probably decisive now. Bilbao should have secured Champions League football for next season. Sister Kieran, can I ask a question and you don't got to answer? Ask away. I'm an open book. Corin, I'm enjoying it though, although you are the only person I watch really. Oh my goodness me. Scouse House, Villa will score 100%. Villa? You mean Villareal? I hope Villareal do. I've got Villareal or draw, so I need them with 10 men. I really need Villareal to come back into this one. You okay anyway, mate? I'm really good. I'm very, very good, thank you. Are you very good? I hope you are. I've had an amazing day. I've had a very, very good day. A very positive day. And I'll tell you why in a second, because I'm going to respond to that on Sister Fister's question. Callum the Copite, Wilder is a... He's not happy, is he, Chris Wilder? Jaden, should I watch the Arsenal match or the Real Madrid watch? What? Don't watch either. Watch the Inter Milan AC Milan match with us. We're doing a watch along, or maybe watch the Arsenal match and also watch the Inter match with us. Have us on as the watch along so you can keep tabs on both. But I'm going to be watching Inter Milan against AC in the Coppa Italia second leg semi-final. So I am very much looking forward to that one after this, because it's not been a great start in this game. Yes, we are. We're doing Inter and AC. We're doing Inter and AC after this game. As soon as this finishes, we're going to stop the live. We're going to do Inter Milan against AC, Coppa Italia second leg semi-final at the San Siro. Massive night. 2 games as well. So yeah. How far away financially from all this are you to not quit in December? So, I don't know if you was in the live earlier. But I had some big news today. I'm absolutely beaming. I had some big news today. In that the channel has secured a sponsor. Our first sponsor. We've done it. It's not, life and death. It's not going to be transformative, but it is a big landmark. Given the channel only started in January, I had a business approach me and say they really like the content that we put out. They love the community that we've got, you guys in the chat, and we've got a nice mix. We're quite unique as a community, aren't we? In that it's not just Arsenal fan TV. It's not just Arsenal fans. It's not just Man United fans. It's not just Liverpool fans. Every other sports channel, fan channel, seems to be dominated by kind of one team, echo chamber, and we're not like that. We've got championship fans, we've got everyone. So we had a company approach us, and yeah, it was literally email this morning, had a call this afternoon, contract sat in my inbox. And again, it really isn't like, I'm not talking about huge numbers here, but it's a start. It's small, but it's a start, and it's helpful. Again, it's helping the channel. So it's going to help me get a little bit closer to reinvesting in the things that I want to reinvest in, so we can make the scoreboard look a bit prettier and not go down every few minutes. It's going to make the channel look a bit better, and I can reinvest in things for you, for us, so it looks nicer, looks better, and we can do more things. And maybe I can actually get someone to edit the videos maybe in time, because I'm god-awful at editing videos. JNN, I just started watching. I'm Mexican and a Real Madrid fan, but you're a cool dude, lad. Thanks, mate. I'm a Real Madrid fan and a Mexican. Whereabouts in Mexico are you from? I love Mexico. Always wanted to go. My cousin had a shop in Playa del... Oh, I can't remember. But she had a shop there, a scuba diving shop for a spell. She's cool as well. Vamos is right, mate. Good on you. Thank you very much. I was absolutely... I've had a coat hanger in my mouth all day. I've been bouncing, absolutely chuffed to bits. Because it's right, we've only been doing it 3 or 4 months. I wasn't anticipating it this early. But seemingly we're ahead of the curve. The channel looks like it's going somewhere. It looks like maybe... It might not do. Again, it might not get, massive. I don't anticipate that it will. But even if it's just little steps, it's going in the right direction. 1% each time. I'm happy with that. Liverpool legends, the Palace lineups are not that bad. No, they're not. They're surprisingly good, actually, aren't they? They're surprisingly good. I've really thought Arsenal and Palace would rest players in that one. So I'm a little bit surprised. But I still think that it'll be a non-entity. It'll be a nothing game. It really will. You watch. Scouse House, anyone who takes a risk gets rewarded well in. Thanks, mate. I'm hoping the risk pays off. Because it's, yeah, to quit a nice, quite comfortable job in the city that wasn't what I wanted to do, and it made me miserable, and, I wasn't able to see the wife and the little girl as often as I wanted to, so, I don't see him at all now. You guys know how often I stream, so I'm still putting graft in, but I'm hoping that eventually we can get a little bit more of a balance to it, but yeah, this is a nice little start. It's a nice start. Playa del Carmen, that was it. Playa del Carmen, that's where she was. Thank you. Yeah, that is exactly where she was. But from Zacatecas, nice, very nice. I love Mexico. Love Mexican food as well. You can probably tell. Corin, I'm well pleased for you. Genuinely well done. Thank you very much. Again, you'll see it anyway. It'll be live on the channel within the next week or so. It is relevant to what we talk about and what we do, and you'll know that as soon as you see it. So it's and they seem a nice company, a nice business, nice people to work with, and that's important too, isn't it? You don't want to be promoting shysters and all sorts. So no, they seem really nice. Corin, I won't leave you like Arthur did. Scouse House, mate. You really, really don't have to, but I appreciate that, mate. Mega, mega appreciate that. Thank you very much. Villa winning. Oh, at least today, yeah. Villa smashing. Hang on, Villa. What are you on about Villa? Villa winning. I don't know what you mean by Villa winning. They didn't win. City winning, you mean? Or Villa losing. Is that what you were going for, Stephen? Tell us who it is. I'll tell you in good time. I'll message you. I don't mind sharing it with you. I just don't necessarily want to put it out before it's all... And it is, pretty much. I just don't want to share it just yet. But you'll see it in the next week or so. Have you seen the lineups? Yes, I have seen the lineups. I'll talk you through the lineups now. Why not? We'll do it while we've got a break in this one. It's half time, so we'll just go through the Arsenal lineups very, very quickly. So Arsenal is David Raya in goal. It's bearing in mind I said that these were going to be weak lineups. It's David Raya in goal. It's Timber, Saliba, Kiwior, Lewis Skelly. Midfield of Odegaard, Partey and Rice. And then Martinelli, Trossard and Sterling. Sterling. B team, that basically, isn't it? And then Palace, it's Henderson in goal. Gay, Lacroix, Lerma, Mitchell and Munoz. In midfield, Adam Wharton and Devaney. basically a B-side. And then it's Eze, Kamada, and Nketiah. So there you go. They've rotated loads. Reese, 3% commission. I tell you what, when we do our we'll do our Premier League Dad. We'll do a 1 year get together. If it's all flying, at some point we'll do a Premier League Dad get together, and I'll buy you a drink. That'll be your 3% commission, or I'll buy all the drinks. Sod it. If you've been around since the start, we'll do a Premier League Dad members meet up or something, and I'll get you your drinks and some food. There's definitely going to be food there. Let's be honest. Jake, I think they got humble. Scouse House again. I don't know what that is. Is that a Rubik's Cube or a... Looks like a little... I don't know what that is. But it's cool. Thank you. Villareal are losing. Yes, they are. It was Beltran with the cross, and it was Fer Lopez at the back post. It was a tap-in, really. 1-0 Celta Vigo. Villareal down to 10 men. Eric Bailly with a last-man tackle. It really does look like Villareal are going to struggle now. Celta Vigo making a little change as well. It's going to be... Who is it who's coming off? I can see who's coming on. It's Beltran going off, and it's Ilix coming on. Is that Ilix Moriba? Yeah, Moriba, ex-Barcelona. I think Beltran's gone off because he was booked, wasn't he, in the first half? Yeah, so it's Moriba, who is currently at RB Leipzig. He's on loan at Celta Vigo. Jaden, what channel is the Intermatch on? I'll tell you, mate. I will tell you. 1 second. Inter Milan is on Premier Sports. If you've got Premier Sports, it's on Premier Sports. And I think you can probably watch it on a few other places, depending on where in the world you are. But yeah, you can see it on Premier Sports. FM No Casuals, I was here since day one, just saying. Beer. Yeah, listen, you absolutely will need some... We'll need some whatever. We'll get a big buffet in. Some nice, get a hog roast and something for the vegans as well. And plenty of beer. Whatever works. H, still think Forest won't finish top 5. I don't know, I don't know. I think Forest winning last night, like this. See, this is the thing. H, you've come into this chat. I'm almost certain you're a Forest fan. This is why I don't want Forest to get top 5 now. Because you still think we're not gonna get top 5. Like it's not insanely close, and you've got it in the bag, mate. City, Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle, and Forest, and there's only 3 of you gonna get it out of those 5. It's stupidly close, and. Do I think Forest have got it in the bag? No, I don't think they have. But I would quite like them to, in spite of what I've just said there a few moments ago. I actually would quite like Forest to get in. But every time I seem to encounter a Forest fan recently, it just makes me really happy if they don't. Scouse House, just want to see Palace do Arsenal tonight. I'd love that. Of course I would. I'd love Palace to get it, but I don't think they will. I think Palace and Arsenal's almost certain to end in a low-scoring draw tonight. That's what I think. Villareal have just tipped this over. How have I not put the clock back on? Jake, I said this weeks ago, but they keep winning. Scousel, poor team selection by Arsenal, resting players. Don't. Scousel's vegans, separate table. You'd expect that. Vegans. No vegans allowed in the Premier League Dad community. I am kidding before you start, anyone. Corin, I was here from around day 30, just kidded a bit earlier than that. Oh wow, there's been plenty around here from the start. Sure, it said I was the second member to join the team the other day. Was you really, Jake? Nice. Anthony, there are 7 players that are injured in Arsenal's team. Who are the 7 players? Can't see there being 7. They've basically got a full lineup. Or are you on about 7 out in the squad? Tomiyasu doesn't play. Jorginho, back up. Gabriel Jesus, back up. Calafiori, back up. There's only really Gabriel and Havertz. There's only them two. If everyone clicks the heart in the top left next to Prem... Oh, thanks, Jake. Again, you didn't need to do that, mate. 7 members. Thank you. Appreciate that. Top guys. Alaga hash ML123. Is this Daz Games? I don't know who Daz Games is. This isn't Daz Games. What I'm watching isn't Daz Games. Isn't Daz Games that YouTube? Is that what you're saying? He's saying I'm fat. He's saying I'm the big guy. You look. Is that his name? Daz Games. If that's what we're saying, yeah, I think someone said that before. Ha ha ha. You've killed me, mate. You've absolutely put me on my back there. Yeah, it is. Sorry, the clock has stopped. Apologies. He's fat shaming you. Listen, I probably need a bit of fat shaming. I don't mind a bit of fat shaming. But I'd probably be a little bit more hurty feelings if I hadn't already lost 3 and a bit stone since starting this channel. As soon as someone tells you, you know, or as soon as you decide you're going to be doing 50, 60 hours a week live on camera to thousands of people, kind of makes you get your health in order. So I'm doing a little bit better than I was. Edward, oi is right. Edward, good to see you, mate. Are you not doing the Palace Arsenal game? No, I'm not doing the Palace Arsenal game because I am standing firm that the Palace Arsenal game is going to be dreadful. It's going to be a non-event, and nobody really cares about it. And I'm going to instead watch the Coppa Italia second leg semi-final at the San Siro, Inter Milan against AC Milan. 1-1 from the first leg. It's so delicately poised. There's everything riding on that. 2 of the biggest teams in the world. I can't believe people actually want Arsenal against Palace. Scouse House, new live goal, mate. I don't know if I can do a new live goal, Scouse House. I don't know how to do it because I'm not on a camera. Oh, that's a great ball in. Unlucky. Yeah, I'm not on TikTok. Like on the phone, so I can't do it. I couldn't tell you how to do it. I think I've got a mod account that I can actually maybe do something in. But I don't know if mods can set live goals. Is that possible? No. Yeah, sorry mate, I will sort it. Jaden, thank you very much for sending that through. How is only 9 people watching? We have got some more across other channels, you know, it's quite busy on YouTube, and there's some other bits and bobs where it's alright, X and Twitch, but we're not getting too bad views on. But this you don't expect views for this game. This is just about kind of learning the craft, learning every game that I do. I get a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, a little bit better, you know, talking to you guys, interacting with people. It's all new, innit? So Celta Vigo down the right hand side here. I really need a Villareal equaliser, but with 10 men, they have just broke forward and had a shot on target, but it's been pretty poor otherwise from Villareal. And since Eric Bailly dropped that clanger, there's not much to it. Celta Vigo in down the left here. Comes out to the edge of the area. Mariba off the post. How's that stayed out? Chance again. Oh, that's gone in now. That's 2-0. It's Borja Iglesias. 2-0 Celta Vigo. 2-0. Jesus Lord. Good finish as well. He's on fire then. That's 4 in his last 2. Scouse out. What's that? Thank you. Again, I honestly really, really appreciate it. If you wanna help the channel, as much as I really appreciate them, if you want to help the channel, if you haven't already, please, please, please go and watch on YouTube. If you're intent on watching the full thing, go and subscribe and go and watch on YouTube. That makes a massive difference for us. If you watch regularly and you enjoy watching on TikTok, all that's great. But if you don't, because we still interact on TikTok, but yeah, on YouTube is also massive for us. Jake, yeah, there should be an add a live goal button and then you choose your gift goal. Jaden, do you think Liverpool will win the league? I do, yes. Liverpool will 100% win the league. Don't think we will next season, though. Corin, you'll be watching Torquay United next. Hey, well, I'll watch whoever. You know me, we love a bit of football. We're all about the football. Carrera in, Alvarez out. Celta Vigo making a couple of changes now. Game's done and dusted, I think, with 40 minutes or so to go. I don't think Villareal are getting a draw, Stephen. No, sadly, I think it's going to be... It's pretty clear now that Celta Vigo have got this wrapped up. It's a big result, though. A very big result at the top of the La Liga table. Just having a look at Serie A as well. Genoa 0, Lazio 2. Both of those have had a man sent off. Ottawa for Genoa in the first half, and then Raider Belleheim, who only came on in the 69th minute, straight red in the 72nd. Corin, will you watch Royal Oak FC? Watch a bit of Steve Bracknell. I don't mind that, actually. I quite like that. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking then about Arsenal tonight. Do we think that's going to be... Is there a chance? Have I got this completely wrong? Do we think that Arsenal and Palace might actually be a game? Is there a chance that Arsenal and Palace ends up being a high-scoring thriller and Palace might just take it? I just don't think they've got anything riding on it. It's going to be a pointless game to me. But knowing my track record, as we all well know, it's likely to be a 4-3, isn't it? Knowing that. Reece, Pepe, haven't seen him in a long time. Nicola Pepe's, yeah, he's actually started the game all right. But then since Villareal have had a man sent off, he's obviously not seen very much of the ball. Willy Cambuala, if you're a United fan, it's two ex-Manchester United centre-backs at centre-back for Villareal. Cambuala and Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly's had a straight red, so he's not played. Corin, to be honest, I'm surprised you're not watching Arsenal Palace, given your name is Prem Dad. That's true. That's true. I'm kind of betraying the channel name a little bit, aren't I? By not watching the Prem game tonight. I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be... I just feel like it's going to be a dud. Tudor said he was coming to Juve to entertain. Are they still getting beat? He's the La Liga dad. I'm just a football dad. Football dad. But I can't change the channel name now. The branding's there. It's a recognisable brand now. So I can't change it. It's Premier League dad that watches La Liga and the Championship and Liga and Serie A and the Championship. It's a bit of everything. Scouse House, you're absolutely on it, mate. That's brilliant. Thank you. FM No Casuals, one shot on target. Oh, God. Unbelievable, that. Cards are plenty in Serie A tonight. Has Moise Keane scored again? No. Fiorentina beating Cagliari, that's a good goal for them. A good result for them. They might just sneak ahead of Juventus into that top. Might even catch Bologna. They're only 4 points off Bologna in fourth. Fiorentina are on the tail, aren't they? Stephen, I don't need a draw. I need Villareal for a point. Surely that's one and the same thing, isn't it, Stephen? Surely that's one and the same thing. Edward Brown, Prem Dad, I've got just over £1,000 in the bank. Quit bragging, Edward. Do you find homeless people and just eat your dinner in front of them? That's the equivalent of what you've just done. How many playing as well before you start? Unknown, do you know who Lee Gunner is? He's hilarious. Sort of, yeah, vaguely. I think I've seen bits of him on socials, like. But if you asked me to pick him out of a lineup, he said, "Oh, can you name him?" Or showed me a picture of 3 random blokes and said, "Pick Lee Gunner out." I probably wouldn't be able to tell you which one. Reese, is that Idrissa Gueye for Villareal? Idrissa Gueye plays for Everton. No, it's Pap Gueye. Pap Gueye used to play for Marseille. Pap Gueye played for Marseille. Pap Gueye used to play for Marseille. What do you say? Stephen, what do you mean it's the same thing? Well, you said you didn't need a point. You needed Villareal to draw. Didn't you? What was the exact sentence you said? You said, I don't need a draw. I need Villareal for a point. That's what I was saying. So isn't that the same thing? A point is a draw, and you say you don't need a draw. It's fine. You probably just got cross wires, mate. Just ignore me. Reese, top tier ball knowledge from me. As per, we only expect the best from you now, Reese. It's a corner kick for Villareal. Come on, early goal. Get it back. Chance. Oh, do you know what? Who was that? Who was it? Is it Cambuala? Comasanya. Should score there. Free header. Free header 6 yards out off a corner. Shocking. Got to score there. That was a really, really bit of... Well, actually, there's a big deflection. I'm just watching the Celta Vigo second goal back. It was Mariba, the ex-Barcelona player. Lots of... a prospect. Lots expected of him. He went out to RB Leipzig. Hasn't again worked out. He's gone now back on loan to Celta Vigo. And he's only been on the pitch maybe 10 minutes. And he smashed one from the edge of the area. Volley, down into the floor, bounced up, hit the post, came out. Borja Iglesias hits it in. Again via a deflection. And it was 2-0 Celta Vigo. Reese, I do know Guaita is ex-Palace though, yeah. Decent keeper as well. I think he's 38, 39 though, but he was alright at Palace, him. Corin, I'm pretty sure Reese is an Arsenal fan, still convinced we're going to win the league. Yeah, you're basically our version of Ty, aren't you? Reese equals... We need to get you some headphones, mate. Get you some headphones, get some Premier League dad headphones. We'll get you decked out in the merch, get you absolutely dripping in the merch and get you some headphones and you can be our Ty. Jaden, what games are you watching on Saturday? Saturday. I am watching. We're live pretty much solid all day on Saturday. So, Saturday morning, we're doing Chelsea against Everton. 12:30 kickoff. Chelsea against Everton. I'll be live from about 11:30. Then the 3 o'clock. There's not a lot of really good games on at 3 o'clock. There's Brighton against West Ham. There's Southampton against Fulham. There's Wolves against Leicester. And there's Newcastle against Ipswich, which I think that's probably the one to watch. If you agree, let me know. But I think what I'd like to do is Chelsea, Everton, Newcastle, Ipswich, and then the FA Cup game is at 5:15, Palace against Villa. And then once that's finished, there's the Copa del Rey, Barcelona, Real Madrid, which kicks off at 9 p.m. UK time. So it's going to be a very late one. It's going to be about an 11 o'clock finish. But we'll be live from about 11 till 11. It'll be about a 12-hour day on Saturday. A very, very big game, big day of streaming. but we'll be live for 4 games. So they're the ones that I'm anticipating doing. I'm happy to be swayed on the 3 o'clock, but I think we'll do 12:30 Chelsea Everton, 3 o'clock Newcastle Ipswich, 5:15 Palace Villa in the FA Cup semi-final, 9 o'clock Barcelona Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final. Gotta do the Classico, haven't we? Villareal was sleeping there. It's going to be a change. It's gone over for a goal kick. Unknown FRX, what a game, Barca v Real Madrid. Yeah, in the Copa del Rey semi-final as well. It's probably the last chance Real Madrid have got of winning anything, I would imagine, this season. I mean, I know they're not doing terribly in the league. They're still sort of 7 points behind Barcelona with a game in hand. Another ex-Premier League player's just come on, Ayoze Perez for Villareal. Ex-Leicester and ex-Newcastle, isn't it? But yeah, so it's going to be Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final against Barcelona at the Nou Camp, or at the Estadio de la Cartuja, as it's called, in Sevilla. Sorry, so it's not even the Nou Camp. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's in the big stadium in Sevilla. Perez. Ayoze Perez was a baller. Do you know who was absolutely brilliant, who I loved to bits at Newcastle? Jonas Gutierrez. He was a cracking player. Coquelin plays for Villareal, doesn't he? Ex-Arsenal. I don't think he does. I don't think he's there anymore. I think Coquelin left. Sure he did. Yeah, he's not there anymore, mate. He's left. There's only Nicola Pepe, Ayoze Perez, Eric Bailly, Willy Camboala, Juan Foyt as well. Another ex, he was Spurs, wasn't he? Juan Foyt. And you might even remember Raul Albiol as well. Albeit he wasn't in the Prem, I know, but Raul Albiol is a senior player in that Villareal squad. Miguel Almiron was also some baller. Almiron's, is he gone back to, is it Atlanta? Jonas Gutierrez is an incredible football story. Yeah, that goal that he scored, the late goal to sort of, I guess, keep Newcastle up after the journey that he'd been on. What a guy. Unbelievable player. Unbelievable bloke. Come on, Villareal. Who was the Newcastle midfielder who wanted to go to Arsenal? He was a baller. Johan Cabaye, was it? Was that Cabaye? And he ended up leaving and going to PSG and then ended up going to Palace. I think that was who you were on about, isn't it? Johan Cabaye. He was a good player, yeah. Oh, that's a really good play by Villareal now. Chance. Down the left-hand side. Pedraza straight into the goalkeeper's hand. Jaden, why did St. Maximin have to go? Oh, he's not pulling up any trees, though. He's in Saudi now, isn't he, St. Maximin? I remember him going to Fenerbahce. Or is it gone the other way? Didn't he go to Saudi, then he's gone to Fenerbahce? It might be that I remembered. Jake thought someone would say Ben Arthur or Papis Cisse. Streets won't forget them. Yeah, Ben Arthur could score, couldn't he? Cracking goals. Hatem Ben Arthur. George Weah was also a great baller with a great story. Yeah. President of Liberia now, isn't he, George Weah? That's a great ball. Celta Vigo should be 3 here. Great block from Villareal. It's gone out for a throw-in. Yeah, I'm sure he's the actual president of Liberia now. George Weah. I always remember him coming to Chelsea and to Manchester City. Oh my God. That would have been one of the goals of the season there. Celta Vigo. It was my mate. It was ex-Liverpool star. And I'm using the word star very loosely. Iago Aspas. He must be about 40 now, him. He was one of the only Liverpool players who came in. I think he wear our number 9. I think he did. He got number 9, and he just didn't ever score. I think he scored 1 goal all season against Oldham in the cup, and we sold him, and he was brilliant at Celta Vigo. Came to us, was awful. Then went back to Celta Vigo and was brilliant again. He's an absolute legend at Celta Vigo, Iago Aspas, and he's just nearly scored an absolute worldie, 40 yards, dipping shot. Keeper gets a touch on it, tips it behind for a corner. Jake, ASM isn't Eddie Howe player. Also really need to sell someone. Corin, I think he retired. Jaden, how did you celebrate when Liverpool come back against Barca years ago? As you'd expect. To be honest, mate, you've not really seen just yet a proper... Do you know what you have? I don't know if you go to my channel, if you go to YouTube and you watch Liverpool against Brentford was probably the last like massive celebration I can remember doing, and it was live. Liverpool against Brentford when Darwin Núñez scored in the last minute. So if you go to YouTube and you go on Premier League Dad and you search the videos, you can find either the live, if you click live, or you can go down. I think there's a little... I put some clips together of it. It's not a particularly well put together video, but the live is, if you go to the live and just scroll along, it's like a 2.5 hour live, scroll along to like the 90th minute, you'll see Darwin Núñez's goal, or my reaction to it, and yeah, I lost my head. So it was probably a lot like that. That's the last time I really lost it, because I really thought we was throwing the title away. And then Darwin Núñez came on and won it. It was amazing. Jake, looking good, Celta Vigo. I enjoyed the Barca game at the weekend. Yeah, they were... I mean, Borja Iglesias was brilliant. I think they might yet pinch Champions League if they're not dropping away. I think they're starting to play some really good football. To beat Villareal here is no easy feat. They're a good side, Villareal. So, yeah, there's potential with Celta Vigo. I'm not sure what fixtures they've got left. Let's have a look and see what fixtures they've got. Celta Vigo, fixtures between now and the end of the season. They play Real Madrid away next. Then they've got Sevilla. Then they've got Sociedad away. Then it's Vallecano away. And then they finish the season away to Getafe. Chance just over the bar from Celta Vigo. They're pushing for more here. This could be 3 or 4-0. Corin, what's your opinion on Chiesa? I think he's going. It doesn't really matter what any of us think of him. He's a talented player, but I think he's going, and that's, yeah, it's sad, but it kind of is what it is. Darwin Núñez has been a great servant for Liverpool, so underrated, unlike Salah, who's the opposite. I like Darwin Núñez. I'm gutted he is going, but he'll go, and he'll probably go and do really well somewhere else. Premdad, do you think Chiesa stays? Absolutely not. Also, John Cena is the greatest of all time. Not even close. I could name you 20 better wrestlers than John Cena. And they'd all be from the era I was growing up. John Cena, literally, as John Cena started in wrestling, that was kind of I stopped watching it. I've not watched it in maybe 20 years. So I've not really got a lot of experience with your John Cena's, your Brock Lesnar's, your CM Punks. That's not really my era. Stephen, I'm new to football. I'm from America. So is Villareal going to score? That's okay, Stephen. No, I don't think Villareal are going to score. They're not playing very well. They're down to 10 men. Celta Vigo have 1 man extra, basically, because Villareal had a man sent off due to a last man tackle. So, yeah, the referee produced a red card. That player then has to leave the pitch and can't come back on. So his team have to play with 1 few on the pitch. No, you cannot name 20 better players. That man has the record of most world titles in WWE. Yeah, but I mean, that's not That's not an achievement. I think your career is defined by how big of a pop and how regular a pop you get. John Cena coming out, I don't think makes the crowd pop anywhere near as much as Hulk Hogan did, or Stone Cold, or The Game, or The Rock, or who else? Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Undertaker, Kane, even Mankind. I just don't think at all. People debating scripted wrestling. I know. Listen, again, I'm nostalgic from when I was little. When I was really little. When I was like 7, 8, even younger than that, to be honest. That's the wrestling I remember when I was a proper kid. Doink the Clown. So I don't know. I haven't watched it in a good 20 years plus. You watching Arsenal v Palace? No, I'm not. I'm not watching Arsenal v Palace. DX. Yeah, DX is stable. It was good. I'm not watching Arsenal v Palace. No, because I don't think it's going to be a good game, and I don't think that it matters. To be honest, I think Arsenal. I keep repeating this, and I know I'm probably going to be wrong, but Arsenal are focused on PSG. Palace are focused on the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend. Put the two together, I think you're going to see a very tame game. A tame game where neither of them actually care about the result. The main focus for both teams is just going to be get through this game with no friggin' injuries. No injuries, no knocks. Don't overdo it. We don't want you tired. As soon as you look tired or you feel tired, put your hand up, I'll take you off. The result matters not a jot. Nobody cares. That's what I think. Corin, how old are you if you don't mind me asking? Fine if you don't want to. Listen, I'm an open book, Corin. I'll tell you whatever you want. Bar thump some things, but yeah, no, I'm 35. 35. Who's winning the Champions League in your opinion? PSG. Yeah, PSG. I think Barca are probably second favourites, but I can't see anyone other than... I can't see Arsenal beating PSG. Jake Attitude Era won't be best. I went to America as a teenager to watch Backlash in '99. Amazing. DX was HHH. Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, X-Pac, Billy Gunn. Yeah, that's stable. Yeah, of course. I preferred the Brood. I got $500. What parlay should I make out of it on the 3 o'clock games? The 3 o'clock games? I assume that's the 8 o'clock games. I don't know. What's your bank number and sort code? Asking for a friend, mate. You can have it. There's all in there. If you can get out of it, good luck to you. I've been trying for weeks. Bank keeps sending me away. Peanuts. You can get 2 Freddos with what's in my bank. Good luck to you. M. Dot, are you watching the Madrid game though? What Madrid game? The Madrid game tonight? No, I'm watching the it's Madrid Getafe tonight, isn't it? No, I'm watching Inter Milan against AC Milan in the Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia semi-final, second leg, 1-1 from the first leg. At the San Siro, Inter Milan v AC. Big game. Kicks off at 8 o'clock. So as soon as this finishes, I'm going watching that. Wait, they're playing today? Yeah, they're playing today. They play tonight, mate. Massive. Stephen, so you don't have a parlay for me? I don't know. I don't want to recommend anything because honestly, all the games at 8 o'clock or 3 o'clock in your case, they're all really tough to call. So I wouldn't like to recommend anything, mate, because I really don't think there's going to be an obvious outcome in any of them. Palace and Arsenal, if I was doing it, that's all I would say. If it was Palace and Arsenal, I would be betting on under 2.5 goals. Maximum of 2 in the game. Low scoring. Maybe Arsenal or draw. That would be my best. Anthony, can't wait for the Arsenal game, to be honest. M. Dot, damn, I didn't know that I'm watching Inter instead of Arsenal v Palace then. See, that's what I mean. See, you know, M.1, you know it. I was presented, I looked at it and I thought, I was presented with the chance, or the choice rather, of do I watch along Arsenal Palace or do I watch along Inter and AC? And there's only one choice there, really, as far as I'm concerned. There isn't even a choice. It's got to be Inter and AC. That game's got something riding on it. Arsenal and Palace does not. It's a cracking atmosphere there at Celta Vigo. Unbelievable. All the fans. It's like a sky blue Anfield, that, what I'm looking at. Brilliant. Sensational. Alex, will it be a draw? No, this is going to be 2-0. Maybe even 3-0. Villareal have got nothing left to give. M.1, Inter v Palace, real football heritage. Did I say Inter v... Oh, Inter v Milan, yeah. That's it, yeah. I'll keep an eye on Arsenal and Palace then. Yeah, go on, you do that. Anthony, what channel is it on? Which one? Inter is on Premier Sports. Inter's on Premier Sports and shot from distance from Mengheza. Oh, it wasn't. It was Mariba, actually. I tell you what, he's had 2 shots from distance. One smashed the post and the other one has just gone over the bar. That would have been an absolute worldie. He caught that from good 30 yards out, smashed it. I think the keeper might have got something on that, actually. He has, it's a corner. Can't believe the drop-off of some of the Italian teams, Juve and AC and mid-table clubs. Yeah, this is it. AC have got to win here. They've got to... This is their only way of salvaging their season. And they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because if they were to go out here, obviously their season's over. But inadvertently or indirectly, they're putting Inter Milan into a Coppa Italia final. And their big rivals then will be on course for the treble. You know, the top of Serie A as it stands. Admittedly on the same points as Napoli, but that's very tight. After that last-minute defeat to Bologna. So I think the race at the top and the race for the top 4 in Italy is just as good as the one in England. But I agree, the drop-off from your ACs and Juventuses has been pretty mad. If Liverpool win the league tonight and you didn't watch it, tut. I know. Well, look, if Liverpool win the league and I didn't watch it, then I'm already getting flack from some Liverpool fans, so I'll take a bit more. It's fine. I'll watch the main game, the one that matters, because even if Liverpool, yeah, we're gonna lift the title on Sunday, yeah, whenever we play Spurs. Lloydie66, are you watching Arsenal? Nope, I'm not watching Arsenal. I am switching over. To be honest, I think I might have to end this stream now because we've got 13 minutes to kick off in the Inter Milan game, haven't we? So this one has ran over ever so slightly. And it's going to be too close, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm not watching Arsenal. No time. No chance. What time is it in Spain? It's light. It's now nearly 10 to 9. 10 to 9. Spain at this time of year is gorgeous. There's no such thing as darkness until about 11 o'clock, midnight, in a lot of parts of Spain. Jaden, what's your YouTube called? Premier League Dad. It's all the same. Exactly the same everywhere. Search Premier League Dad on every social media, you'll find me. I'm even debating starting a Rumble account, because I'm led to believe that's worth doing. People go to Rumble these days as well. So I might even do that. Looks like 5 PM. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's northern Spain, this. This is Galicia. And I was saying just before kickoff, it's normally kind of a wet and windy part of Spain. but it looks absolutely gorgeous as well. Kane, I'm deluded for having Munoz in an Arsenal Palace X1, apparently. You're going to get shouts of delusions from certain fan bases, aren't you? Arsenal playing a pretty strong lineup. Shh. Be quiet. Don't remind me. It's going to be a crap game, I'm telling you. It's going to be awful. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's going to be an awful game. And even if it's not an awful game, it's going to be Arsenal a draw or Arsenal win. Munoz is exceptional, yeah. He's one that I would quite like us to go for this summer. Because he's just old enough that he's the right age profile to not scare Conor Bradley off. You know, Conor Bradley can grow into his position gradually. But we don't want to go out and get like a Jeremy Frimpong. Thanks, Jaden. Appreciate that, mate. How old is he? I think he's 28. Might even be 29. But you know what I mean? Like, he's coming into his prime now. He's a very, very good right back. And that's the sort of age we need, I think, with Conor Bradley. What do you reckon his asking price is? Probably about 30 million, to be honest. Maybe even more. I don't know if Palace would accept that. That was a nasty tackle there. Nasty tackle from Pat Gay. Oh no, it was Pepe. Nicola Pepe. Left one on that Celta Vigo player. Anthony, I bet you 500 quid it'll be a good game. If I had 500 quid, I'd bet you that. Munoz is better than Timber as a right back. Oh, I don't know. He's good. He's a good player, Timber. He is a good player. He has had a little bit of injury problems, though, hasn't he, over the years. He's not always been as fit as maybe Arsenal would have liked him to be. But he's a good player. He is, and I like him. Right. I can't see any more goals here, but I don't want to end the stream before full time. But I might have to, mightn't I? Because we're literally going to go to Inter and AC. Oh, Mariba. Penalty. Does he give a penalty? Or a free kick? No, he's give a penalty. Penalty to Celta Vigo. Christ, we nearly turned it off. Give yourself a breather, lad. No, we're gonna do Inter Milan and AC, but we're on the 87th minute here. Mariba's been incredible. I actually think he might be one for the Prem. Is it in the box? Let's just see. Yeah, that's a pen. That's a pen. No doubt. Willie Camboala, ex-Manchester United player. Where's Kyle Walker? I thought he plays for AC Milan. He does, but he's not in the team, is he? As soon as this goes in, do you know what? We'll end it, and we'll go and switch over to Inter. It's 3-0. Iago Aspas, Liverpool legend, sticks it away. Celta Vigo 3, Villareal 0. Whew. It's been a bad night at the office for Villareal. Definitely a bad night at the office. Right, so... Okay, right, we're going to end the stream. I don't like to end the game before we've actually finished the game, but I'm afraid we've got to get to Inter Milan and AC Milan. That's the next game, and for some reason there's been a massive delay here starting the second half, so... William Barrett, did you hear the Leeds manager might get the sack? I haven't. No, I haven't. I think he will eventually, maybe at some point in the next 6 months, maybe Christmas time. I don't think Leeds start the season well, and I imagine he moves on. They certainly need to get rid of him, I think, to stay up. But Villareal standing it up, cleared away. Right, 1:45. Why is there a delay? I don't know. There was a just delay to the second half when starting. So this game should have been wrapped up by 6:45, 7:40. Should have been started or should have been finished by about now. 10-2 on the button. It should have been finished by, but instead we're now pretty much done. Or we're heading into how many minutes of injury time is it? Should have about 4 minutes, 3 minutes of injury time. Stephen, did Villareal get a free kick? Yeah, it was oh no, Celta Vigo got a free kick. Celta Vigo got a free kick. Celta Vigo have had 9 shots on goal in this game, scored 3. Villareal have had 1 all game. 1. It's been that sort of a performance from Marcelino's men. Anthony, how many minutes are added on? I'll tell you. It's just coming up now. And then we've got 5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes to end this stream and restart the new one for Inter Milan. So we're going to have to... They need to fire the Villareal team. Yeah, it's not been a great game for him. It's gone behind for a corner. How many minutes? 3. 3 minutes. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so we're going to have a very, very quick turnaround. So make sure as soon as this live ends, stay on Premier League Dad, because we're literally going to start a new one within 90 seconds. I'm going to be restarting a new one with Inter Milan against AC Milan for the Coppa Italia. Whew. Anthony, what app are you using now to check the scores? I am on Flash Scores. Flash Scores I'm on. But I am in no way promoting them for what it's worth. I'm agnostic when it comes to score apps. FotMob's fine, Sofa Scores fine, Live Scores fine, Flash Scores, all of them. Stephen, do you think Saka's going to score a goal? He's not playing, is he? He's not playing, so I doubt it. Edward, fun fact, I was at Anfield in October. That is fun. Right, I think we could be on for full time. Right, he's blown up. He's blown up. It's game over. That's full time here for Villareal. Poor game for them. Celta Vigo 3, Villareal 0. It's all done and dusted. So yeah, listen, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to be starting another one back in about 60 seconds for Inter Milan against AC Milan. I will see you in about 30 seconds. Stick with me.